So here's something funny. They're making a new Mario Kart game, which is obvious. But guess what? Nintendo is still refusing to acknowledge these spin-off games. That's what I find pretty funny. So we have all of the already existing Mario Kart characters coming back as well here. So these are characters that have returned from Mario Kart 8, obviously as well. But for those who are fans of Paper Mario and Mario Luigi and Mario RPG, well, guess what? Nintendo still refuses to acknowledge them. And also even Donkey Kong characters. Here are your newcomers to Mario Kart. So here's what they're adding instead of Xeno and all these, like, I think everybody will be happy if they added, you know, Paper Mario characters, Farfel. Like, how cool would it be if to play as Farfel? Okay, but no, Nintendo is gonna add random generic enemies now instead of adding, I think this really just shows how tone deaf Nintendo is now. The fact that we're still refusing to acknowledge the Mario spin-off series when they're gonna stop making them, like the Mario RPGs especially. Like, considering the fact they just remade Pip Fauci the Door, like, why can't you just add those characters into Mario Kart? Like, I would be happy if I could play as Paper Mario, Vivian, Goombella, Bobby. Like, yes, I know they want to add in generic enemies and generic characters, but actually, Catacrack is the only real basic cruising, you know, you know, Catacrack and Piata are actually basic cruisers, okay? Those are basic cruisers, okay? Mario Sunshine deserves more weapons, and also Goomba too. Goomba's a basic cruiser, okay? Goomba is the greatest Mario character of all time, okay? But outside of those, like, is anyone gonna really play as a Buddy Bid, or Dolphin, or Peepa, or Stigby, or a Rocky Reds, or actually Spike as Fizzy Pookins, or a literal dolphin. Yeah, a literal dolphin and a literal fishbowl are playable, but we don't have any Mario RPG representation at all. I'm not talking about that type of Mario RPG that one of Zeno. Like, yes, it would be cool to see Zeno in it in the game, but we're talking about Paper Mario and Mario RPG as well. Like, why didn't you just put in the characters for Mario and Luigi Boys up in the next Mario Kart as well? Like, that would make a lot of sense if you want to promote those series. Especially Fauzi Adore. Like, they just released Fauzi Adore very recently. And you can't play as the Fauzi Adore characters. Like, why? Okay, why can't you play as the Fauzi Adore characters? Like, I can understand why Donkey Kong fans are upset about the new Donkey Kong game because guess what? They removed all the rare era of Donkey Kong completely as well. And I really just don't understand why Nintendo is so afraid to add in the, spin-off characters. Okay, like you could easily add in Farfel as a playable character or Dimensio as a playable character. But again, the spin-off Mario characters are always going to get the short end of the stick. I'm surprised they added Piranha Plant as a playable character when they did Smash Bros. But the fact that there's adding in a penguin or a dolphin or a fishboat, when they have tons of spin-off characters they can easily add into the game as well, I find pretty funny and hilarious, you know, as well. You know, also, Dry Bones is for some reason not sold yet, but they're gonna have a whole Nintendo Direct dedicated to Mario Kart as well. Also, Diddy Kong is missing for some reason as well. But again, they didn't really they sold off some of the characters, obviously, as well. But the fact that this awarding to adding in, but hey, the best new character cruising is Moo Moo. You know, I think everybody can agree that's the best new character edition because it's just such a random edition as well. But of course, we can't forget about the best character they added into the game, the Catacrack. If you don't know what the Catacrack is, it's the enemy from Mario Sunside, and they haven't really been seen outside of Mario Sunside. Actually, they're in Mario Galaxy, but other than that, they haven't really been seen much. But now you can play as them in Mario Kart. So, of course, they added the best Mario enemy of all time, besides Goomba, into, Mario Kart, world. So, they added the greatest Mario enemy besides Goomba itself, besides the Goombas, you know. as well. So of course, this is a utterly basic move to add the Catacrax because it's just such a funny hilarious enemy that I think this would add the Destroying Stew as well, another one of the greatest Mario enemies of all time. Like the Destroying Stew is one of the greatest Mario enemies of all time. It's just so quirky and funny looking. That's just a shame that they only have them as you know enemies in like one Mario Kart game. And also not even Mario Kart 8 either, which is just a shame, but hey, being from non-existence to basically being a playable character, I think it's the biggest upgrade of all time. Maybe I think this would add in Cataclax in the next 3D Mario game and the next 2D Mario game. Like, these are easily the greatest Mario enemies of all time, and they're not really in any Mario games at all. Next, we need to add Story Stew in Mario Kart. Okay, they need to add Story Stew. And yes, I am serious. We need to add this in Mario Kart because my Story Stew is just funny. Okay, Story Stew is funny. Okay, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be funny. Okay. It was when Nintendo actually was innovative with the Mario and added new Mario enemies and new Mario characters as well. I'm surprised they added the Mario Wonderflower as a playable character, or Prince Florian as playable characters, or Cappy. Okay, but hey, we have Catacrack as a playable character, so. And there might be more new characters than the ones that were showed here as well. So, yeah. But it is kind of funny that they added even Prince Florian from Mario Wonder. Or have the new enemies from Mario Wonder too. Or Cappy. I think Cappy's exclusion is even more surprising than the exclusion of Prince Florian because Mario Wonder was the big Mario Kart game. But I think the worst exclusion is Dry Bones. Why is Dry Bones playable? But yeah, at least Big Bone Piranha Plant isn't playable. At least this guy isn't playable. I think he's taking all rejoice on that one. Which, yeah, Big Bone Piranha Plant is actually a variant of Bone Piranha Plant. It's like supposed to be bigger, but I just call it Big Bone Piranha Plant because I just find it funny. But at least he isn't playable yet. At least he isn't playable. But considering the fact they had the fucking Bone Fist in the game, don't be too surprised they had Big Bone Piranha Plant as a playable character in Mario Kart. Yeah, that would be easily the worst character in this in all Mario Kart history. Goodbye.